Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia and we're going to get into a little flow this morning, just a 20-minute sequence, which is great if you just woke up or if you're halfway through your workday and you've been seated a lot and you just like to get some blood flowing. So without further ado, let's get started. So we'll start in child's pose, toes together, knees wide apart, and just sitting your weight back over your heels, walking the hands forward and melting the forehead down and towards the mat. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. So really feeling length through the entire back body. Letting your weight sit back onto the heels, really walking those fingertips forward, feeling length throughout the spine. And just letting the forehead soften. And letting the rib cage draw wide apart with each breath. And on the exhale, just letting go. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale out. Last one. Inhale. And exhale out. We'll take an inhale to peel the forehead off of the mat. And we'll come into a tabletop position. So keeping the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Pressing down through the left hand. We'll take an inhale to reach the right arm up towards the sky. And then exhale to thread the right arm underneath the left, lowering the right shoulder, right ear down towards the mat. Pause for a breath. Next, inhale again, reaching up. And then exhale to lower the right hand back down on towards the mat. Switching sides here. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale to thread the left arm underneath. Lower the left shoulder, lower the left ear. Pause for 1. Exhale out. Inhale, pressing back into the right hand. Left arm reaches up. Exhale to lower the left hand down. Moving back to the right side. Inhale, right arm reach. Exhale, thread underneath. Stay for a breath. Starting to slow down here. Inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, left. Exhale, thread. Pause for a breath. Really feeling length between the shoulders here. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lower down. Moving through a cat-cow here. So again, making sure the hands are directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Pressing down through the knuckles and the tops of the fingertips. We'll take an inhale to lower the belly, open the heart. Looking up. Exhale to round. Really press the mat away. So dome the upper spine, create as much space as you can between the shoulder blades as the chin tucks in towards the chest. Inhale again, swooping forward. So lifting the tailbone up towards the sky and energetically drawing the hands towards the knees, knees towards the hands, lifting the heart. Exhale to round. Press the mat away. Really over-exaggerate this motion. Chin in towards the chest. Again, inhale. Open through the chest. Exhale, round. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to come through a neutral spine position and just walk the hands forward, keeping the knees underneath the hips. Coming into this position here. So the hands are wide apart, lower the chin down towards the ground. Anahatasana, melting heart pose. So you can melt the forehead towards the mat or the chin. I find the forehead feels a bit better. And the goal is to try and find length underneath the armpit. And opening up through the mid-spine. One more breath here. And exhale to slowly slide the hips forward, lifting the head, lower the forearms down towards the ground. Making sure that the forearms or the elbows are directly underneath the shoulders again. So shoulders distance apart, pressing the palms down and towards the ground, coming into Sphinx pose. So noticing in your Sphinx pose, if you feel collapse, try to open up through the shoulders. That same cat-cow motion, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the heart, lift the crown of the head. Toes are pressing into the tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. Taking one more inhale here. And then exhale, keeping the knees on the ground. Can you lift the hips around the upper spine and energetically drawing the elbows back towards the knees towards the elbows. Trying to press the mat away with the forearms, dome the upper spine, feeling engagement through the core. So we'll move through a cat-cow flow. It'll look like a cat-cow flow, but coming through Sphinx here. So inhale to lower. Open up through the chest. Exhale to round. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Inhale to lower. Open the heart. Exhale round. Drawing the knees and elbows together. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale round. Just feel it in the tummy here. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Pause. So staying here, really drawing the knees towards elbows, elbows towards the knees, or pressing to the tops of the feet, lifting the knees. Can you hold here for 3? Keep breathing for 2. And 1, lowering all the way down. We'll draw the hands underneath the shoulders, straightening the arms here, so coming into a modified up dog. Seal pose. Trying to open up the chest, shoulder blades draw together, lift the crown of the head, keeping the hips nice and heavy. One more breath. Exhale to lower all the way down. Coming to tops of your fingertips, creating little tents. Elbows come nice and wide. We'll take an inhale to lift up through the chest again. And this time, exhale, right shoulder down, right ear down. Inhale through center. Exhale, left shoulder, left ear. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time each way. Letting the breath guide your movement. And last one through center. Exhale, lower all the way down. Drawing the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing back through the knees. Child's pose, just like we started. One breath here. And exhale out. Inhale, slowly coming back through a tabletop position. And this time we'll step our right foot in between our hands, finding a low lunge position. So if you find it hard to touch the ground, option to use a book or any sort of object that can replace a yoga block. So you can use your hands on the blocks here, maybe even on the highest setting. Wherever you can touch, just make sure you try to lift the heart here. So again, if we're sitting all day, it's easy for us to be really rounded. So we're trying to counter that in this yoga flow. So lift the heart. And then see if we can make sure that both hip bones are facing forward. And trying to tuck the tailbone underneath, drawing the hip flexor forward. So lengthening through the whole psoas here. Again, opening the heart. Still bending towards that right knee. Let's take another 2 breaths. Last one. And exhale, we'll straighten that front right leg. So walking the blocks a bit further back. Sitting the weight back and towards that left heel. Right toe up towards the sky. And pressing the heel gently in towards the mat and trying to draw it back and towards the right hip socket. So trying to keep the back nice and flat. And this time we're trying to lift the tailbone up towards the sky as you hinge at the hips to bow closer towards the thigh. Let's do 2 more breaths. Nice and easy breathing. And then exhale to bend back and towards the right knee. Let's walk those blocks forward. Frame the front right foot. And keeping the left knee where it is, the left toes will draw towards the right. Windmill the arms open. You can even heel toe that right foot to be in line with the back left knee. Finding a modified warrior 2. So any tension or any pain on the knee, just fold your mat over so there is a bit more cushion there. Arms are going to be wide apart so the chest is facing towards one side, and then can we sink deeper in towards that right leg. Making sure that this right knee is not caving in, drawing the right knee wide, so engaging the glute med here. Fingertips wide apart, and then the gaze looks forward over that front right middle finger. So sinking deep in towards that right knee, drawing it wide. And breathe. 2 more here. Last one. On the next inhale, left hand comes towards the outside of the left thigh. Flipping the right palm, reaching the right hand up and over to reverse your warrior. Maybe even the left fingertips touch the ground. So reach, reach, reach. So drawing the right knee forward, right fingertips towards the back wall. And trying to wrap the arm in line of the ears, opening through the chest. 1 more breath. Exhale back through center. On your next inhale, the right arm's going to reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. Then exhale, right elbow to the inside of the right knee. Left arm reaches up towards the sky, finding a modified Parsvakonasana. So if this is too much, you can always use a block and press down on the block. And even use this right elbow to draw the right knee a bit wider. So lifting up through the left fingertips. So feeling as though energy is extending beyond the fingertips, reaching up into space. So sinking deep in towards that right leg. So again, either keeping the arm hovered or on the ground. 1 more breath. And then exhale back through center. Again, left hand, left thigh, reverse, inhale. Exhale through center. Reaching forward. Right elbow inside the right knee, left arm up. Exhale out. Inhale through center. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, center. Inhale, Parsvakonasana. Exhale, warrior 2. Last one here. Beautiful. So just moving with your breath. And exhale through the center. Let's straighten that front right leg now. Drawing the right toes down. Keeping the hips square towards the front of your room here. We'll hinge at the hips. And walk the hands forward. So the right toes are facing towards the same way that your head is facing. Pressing down through your hands. Just feeling a gentle stretch here through the inner side of the right thigh. 1 more breath. And exhale and see if you can start to sit your weight back on towards this left heel, feeling a greater stretch through the inner thigh. And if you want, you can see what it feels like if you put the toes up towards the sky or lower the toes down. It's almost like a modified Skandasana. Creating a bit of movement, maybe rocking back and forth. And coming back through center, pause. Walking the hands back towards the knees. Hands come towards the hips. Left hand comes down towards the ground. Inhale to reach the right arm up and over. And then exhale to come back through center. This time the heel is going to stay on the ground, toes up towards the sky. Right arm reaches forward, either right hand down or towards the block. Left arm up towards the sky. Modified Trikonasana. So again, trying to stack this left shoulder on top of the right, reaching up. 1 more inhale. Exhale back through center. Inhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up and over, pressing the hips forward, arcing the side body. Exhale through center. Inhale, Trikonasana. Exhale back through the middle. Last one. Beautiful. Bending that right knee one more time. Windmill the arms down, and we'll just draw the right knee back to meet the left. That hip should feel pretty good now. We'll do one cat-cow to reset. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round. I'm going to flip the other way just so you can see a bit better. We're going to step the left knee forward. Again, pausing here, maybe using your blocks. Wherever you are, blocks or no blocks, just making sure you're lifting through the chest, shoulder blades draw together, lifting the crown of the head. And trying to tuck that tailbone under, so lots of length through the psoas here. Let's take another 2 breaths. Last one. And then walking those blocks back, or just walking the hands back, straightening that front left leg, Ardha Hanumanasana, left toes up towards the sky, drawing the toes back towards the shin. Trying to keep the hips square here. And this time now the tailbone's trying to lift up towards the sky, so keeping the back nice and flat. Last 2. And last 1. Beautiful. Bending back and towards the left knee. And this time the right toes draw towards the left as you windmill the arms open. Heel toe that left foot to be in line with the back right knee. Finding a modified warrior 2, sinking deep in towards the left knee, arms draw wide apart. Gaze over that front left middle finger. And breathe. Again, making sure this left knee is not creeping inwards, but we're drawing it outwards, so engaging the glute med. One more breath. Next inhale, right hand comes towards the back of the right thigh, flipping the left palm, reverse your warrior here. Left fingertips reach towards the back wall, still bending in towards the left knee. One more inhale. Exhale, coming through center. Inhale, left arm reaches forward, left elbow inside left knee, right arm up towards the sky. Parshvakonasana. Again, the hand can come down towards the mat or towards a block. Find a variation that works for you. If you're not touching the ground, it'll be a bit more of an intense stretch. One more breath. And exhale through center. Inhale, right hand, right thigh, flipping the left palm reverse. Exhale, center. Inhale, Parshvakonasana. Exhale, center. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Straightening that front left leg, drawing the left toes down, hinging at the hips, walking the hands forward, keeping a flat spine position. So if there's any tension in the inner edge of the left thigh, you'll feel the stretch right away. And if not, we can get into a deeper stretch, so walking the hands back towards the knee, trying to set the weight back on towards the heels, and you can draw the toes up towards the ground or rock back and forth. Again, just opening up this left hip. So again, just a modified Skandasana, keeping this on our shin. Alright, walking the hands back forward. We'll bring the hands up towards the hip, pressing the hips forward. We'll take an inhale to then bring the right hand down towards the ground. Left arm reaches up and over. Finding your gate pose, pressing the hips forward. And then inhale to rise. This time we'll draw the toes up towards the sky, keeping the heels on the ground. Inhale, left arm reaches forward, sending the hips back. Exhale, left fingertips down, right arm up towards the sky. Trikonasana. Pausing here, reaching up. Next inhale, we rise. Exhale to reverse. Take an inhale here. Exhale through center. Repeating that again, Trikonasana. Exhale, middle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale through center. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful work. Bending back in towards that left knee. Or windmill the arms down towards the ground. Pivot on the back left toes, and we'll step both feet together. Last cat-cow. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. And then we'll just press back, child's pose. Last deep breath here. And exhale out. Maybe taking one more breath just to seal your practice. And slowly peeling the forehead up off of the mat. And we'll just sit on your heels. Bring your hands towards your heart and bowing the chin. So a quick little practice just to warm up the hips. Open up through the chest. So good. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.